All right, hi boys and girls. It's time for writing. And this week we're going to write about wolves. So our informational topic is wolves. We're going to do one more together this week, and then next week you're going to get to choose your own animal to write about. All right, today you're just going to start with your thinking map. Remember, I like to use a circle map. You also could use a tree map if you wanted to make a tree map, but you need to think of some different ideas about the topic. So we're writing about wolves, and what I chose is I want to write about how they look, where they live, what they eat, and I chose babies. All right. So before I do anything else, I'm just going to show you what I already knew about wolves. I already knew that they were a mammal. That's how they look. They look like a dog. I know that they look furry. I know wolves have sharp teeth and a long tail. I already know that wolves live in mountains, and then they live in Africa, and some live in the Arctic where it's really cold. I knew that already. Wolves eat. I know that wolves are carnivores. There's a big, rich fact. I know that they're meat eaters. And I know some of the animals they eat are deer and a moose, a rabbit. And I don't know too much about the babies, but I do know that they're cute. All right. And so I'm going to look at some information. You're going to look at some information, and you're going to add to your circle map or your tree map about wolves. So I have some different books I'm going to look at about wolves. And for you, I put a couple video links on for you, so you can look at a few videos about wolves. And I also want you to go look at Epic Books, because I checked and there's some really good books about wolves in Epic Books. All right, so after I did my research, I found some more information to put in my circle map. I know that now why they look like a dog, and it's because they're in the dog family. I have to squeeze that in there. That's why they look like a dog. They're part of the dog family. They're a relative. All right. And along with sharp teeth, they also have sharp claws. So I'm going to add claws right here. They have a long tail, I said. And I learned that they come in many different colors. They're gray, white, tan, brown, black. So I'm just going to say different colors. Different colors. There's a lot of different kinds of wolves. I didn't know that before. So there's different kinds and they're different colors. All right, now I'm going to add a little bit about what I learned about where they live. So I'm going to choose my red now to add on, because where they live, I want to keep that information together. They live in the wild. They're wild animals. They're not like pet dogs. So they live in the wild. And I learned that they can live in, like Africa is mostly hot places, and the Arctic is cold. So hot and cold places. Okay, and then one more thing I learned is that they also live in a prairie. It's like a grassy, kind of a flat area, but it's got a lot of grass that they can hide it and find their prey, find their food. All right, so they live in the mountains, in Africa where it's hot, in the Arctic, cold, and they also live in the prairie. Now we're going to do where they eat, what they eat. So I knew that they eat deer and moose and rabbit. I didn't know that they also like to eat berries. That was interesting. So they're still considered carnivores because mainly their diet is meat, but they do like to eat berries. And one more thing I learned is that they travel for food. They can travel 12 miles for food. That was interesting. And the last thing I'm going to add to a little bit, I didn't find too much about the babies, but I already knew that the babies were cute. But just like dogs are called puppies, babies are called pups. So I'm going to add that. And I found out that they can't see or hear when they're born. And the last thing I'm going to add is that, let's see, they're pups. They can't see or hear. Oh, they're born in a den. They have a wolf den. It's like a hole in the ground, a den. I found out a little bit more. I already added it down here. I found out about their enemies. Their enemies are bears, other wolves, and hunters. It doesn't fit in here, but if I decide I want to add that to my writing, I can. And then I also read that they're really smart and they howl. All right, boys and girls, that's it for today. I just want you to work on your thinking map. And next time we'll work on our writing. All right, have fun researching.